around in the night like robbers, exactly whom they are, breaking people's doors, jumping fences, abducting people violently. In a swift, you are gone, and nobody gives account of you. Check, different police units, none of them will give account of you. So some of the Biafrans, some are comrades too, they were unlawfully abducted. In the southeast, in Biafra land, we are being dispersed, hidden in different prisons in Nigeria. And the one they call Wawa Barrack, where they slaughter. That place is like a godfather to Tiger Base. Some months ago, we talked about the atrocities going on in Tiger Base. Tiger Base, upon all we heard about there, is nothing to compare to what happens in Wawa Barrack. It's like a killing den. We Biafrans are being slaughtered. So the news says some of our comrades, some of Biafrans that were illegally, unlawfully abducted more than 5 years, that some of them have been slaughtered. That place, because that place is a slaughterhouse. I saw publication from Amnesty International. That place needs to be shut down. It needs to be closed because it's not a prison. Prison is where people serve sentences, court sentences. But in that place, there is nothing like trials. So some of those people, Biafrans, they abducted more than 5 years ago. They were not taken to court. They would just abduct you, keep you there, torture you. Some people that were tortured to death, that couldn't make it anymore, is only even few. The few they were able to bring to the court are the ones we had, that they forced them to accept, what do they call it? To accept, they have committed an offense so that they can decide on their fate. So it's quite appalling. And this morning we saw Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor made a post on that regards as well. And it's quite very disheartening. In the post Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor posted, he made mention, that some of his legal team that went to stand for those Biafrans, some of them were chased away. You will imagine where lawyers, legal representatives are not allowed to stand in for their clients. It's like that death sentences has been already passed on them. So it wasn't a good news. It was a heartbreaking one. What our people are going through, suffering in that contraption, just because they are Biafrans. So now that made me to begin to ponder on some of the activities of these people that says they represent or that they call themselves IPOB legal representatives. When you look at my title, I said most provocative and implicative thing these lawyers continue to do is to keep on associating Simon Ekpa to IPOB. And this came as a result of the interview we saw one of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer granted somewhere. In an interview, I posted it this morning, which is, what's his name again? That one with beard. What's that guy's name? I always forget. I must well. Most well, but you know, why I even want to talk about this issue. The issue of associating Simon Ekpa to IPOB is like resurrection of the atrocities we already dealt with and buried. Because some of us knew what Simon Ekpa did in Biafra land. You know, this guy, I always forget this man's name. Maswell, but I need to write it down so I don't forget this again. Maswell, but because what we have noticed recently, these lawyers that represent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu seems now to be on an assignment against what IPOB is doing. Before, we have seen Aloy Ejimako severally, even during the time we were debunking the criminalities of Simon Ekpa. Some of these our comrades in question that are not, including the ones that are already dead in our barracks. Some of the things that implicated them is as a result of the criminalities of Simon Ekpa. Because we remember how several criminalities, atrocities were committed in Biafra land with the name of IPOB. People were killed, properties were burned down, homes destroyed with the name of IPOB, communities desolated in Biafra land with criminals using the name of IPOB. When we reflect back, we remember the kind of fight we put on to disassociate criminal Simon Ekpa from IPOB. Then, little did we know that some lawyers that represent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were working underground with the same person we were trying. But whatever thing they did in the secret, I will call it, is a minor thing to compare to now the damages they have resulted doing on televisions. Some years ago, 2 years ago or so, we saw how Aloy Ejimako gave an interview in a channel TV, national TV, where he said that Simon Ekpa is a disciple to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he worked for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this time around, we are seeing another lawyer again associating Simon Ekpa to IPOB. Before I go into this, let me play it in case if you haven't listened to it. This very barrister calls Aloy Maswell Okbara.
Ekpa is one of members of it. He was never in support of Simon Ekpa. That's what you're trying to say. No, Simon Ekpa is one of members of the IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was never in support of. Why should you now? Why should you? Because he contributed in one of the things that kept him there. Because one.
Now, somebody should be asking, why do we then now suffer headache as a result of a statement made by these lawyers? We should start with, these lawyers are not IPOB lawyers. They do not represent IPOB as far as we know. They are lawyers to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not lawyers to IPOB. So it is a very wrong thing for somebody that do not represent you to go on a national TV or in any interview to speak about you. That is why some of us that lashed out on these lawyers is not only because they did not represent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu well. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an entity. But our major focus now is on anything that concerns IPOB. I'm not trying to a kind of take out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out in the picture. But the reason for the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I have said it before, his cognitive status is still intact. He's a man of his own. He has the right to choose his legal representative. This is me now talking. I don't know how to, I'm just being honest and the truth, I'm just honest and true about this. So far, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is mentally okay. He has chosen his path. He has chosen the legal representatives that he wants to represent him. And there is nothing IPOB can do about it. Even the wife has no power to change that. The only situation the need for third party would have come in is where that mental capability is no more there. Then there will be something like a attorney, somebody that can take decisions on his behalf because he's no longer okay. But this very one, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is still mentally sound. He has every full capacity to take decision about him. So the lawyer's legal representative that he chose for himself belongs to him and has nothing to do with IPOB. When any of these lawyers comes out to speak about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have that full power and authority because they have the legal consent from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they are representing him. They are standing for him. So they have the right to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in any TV, in any interview. But when they cross lines is when they begin to bring in IPOB into it. Because as far as we know, these guys do not represent IPOB. They are specifically legal representative of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and not IPOB. We have Barrister Ifeanyi Jofo, who stands and represents IPOB. We have seen him number of times, gone for our comrades in different prisons and DSS facilities. We have seen him give account of frustrations they go through, even just like he released this morning in that article he put out today. Ifeanyi Jofo has every power and authority to talk about IPOB because there is a written agreement. There is like a contract. He's been contracted by IPOB to stand to represent IPOB. Therefore, he has the power and authority to talk about IPOB as their legal representative wherever he is. But what we are seeing now, we are seeing people crossing lines. Representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not equal to representing IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an entity of his own, of its own, of his own. IPOB is an organization well structured, well standing, well known. Whosoever that will talk about IPOB must have been a chosen vessel standing and representing IPOB. And why this concerns me and concerns you and concerns us is as a result of you are now being associated with somebody that killed our brothers and our sisters in Biafra land. I have said it before, up till today, our people, different communities in Biafra land, are still not happy with just Biafra. When you talk about Biafra, they don't want to hear anything about Biafra. As a result of what the name of Biafra was used to do in their families, in their communities. You listening to me, you will check. If your own brother or your sister or your parents were by with people claiming to be Biafra agitators or people claiming to be IPOB members, the anger, the animosity you are going to develop and nurse in you over that group, just that they use their name. They said they are they are IPOB. It will not leave your memory. In fact, you will even say, oh, if that is the way Biafra will come, I don't want that kind of Biafra. This is what criminals use IPOB's name to do. There were times in their different camps, they use their camps as dumping grounds for kidnapped victims. We saw a lot of people they abducted and taken to their camp. In their camp, you see lots of young boys with different ammunitions presenting themselves as IPOB ESN. They really tarnished our names. If not the way IPOB leadership, IPOB media, IPOB tackled that issue, it is quite enough for Biafrans themselves to put up a search against anybody that says he's an IPOB member. You would have imagined when our own people will begin to be the ones that will be going after home to home, house to house, looking for IPOB members. Actually, between IPOB and Biafrans. But because of the way we handled it, because of the way we debunked it, because of the way we disassociated ourselves, in the last 3 years, 4 years, our disassociating ourselves from the criminals, because we saw the importance. And that fight really paid off, because we were able to throw it open to our people. It is not IPOB. They are not ESN. These are criminals. And as a result of all those fights, we continue to see people that call themselves Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers still associating themselves to us. You would have imagined where they bring out your name. If your name is okay, somebody that represents Nnamdi Kanu will go on the TV telling the world that a criminal in prison that kills Biafrans is a member of your family or belongs to your family. They have linked you up to criminality. That is the provocations and annoyances here. And when you critically look at it, it looks like this is a deliberate attempt to put IPOB to ransom. When Aloye Ejimako did his own on a channel TV, some of us will remember that video where he said that there is no difference from what Simon Ekpa is doing. That Simon Ekpa is working for IPOB, is a member of IPOB, because that is the criminal he worked with. If we should reflect back, when we were doing all those fights, Aloye Ejimako was walking on the ground with Simon. Even we saw the text. I have made a broadcast on this text. on the text message, because you know criminal Simon Ekpa, anytime you fall out with him, he will begin to expose everything about you. Because he has been conniving, Aloy Ejimako has been conniving and working with him. As a result, it was very difficult for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to open his mouth in the court and mention Simon Ekpa. Yes, we saw him a number of times in the court, warning people that are causing insecurity. But he knew the man in charge of those criminals. He lashed out in the court severally, but he refused to mention name. Deliberately, just like he has refused to mention the name of DOS and IPOB during the court days, deliberately. But he was able to mention Rising Sun, the Rising Sun, and I make it known for the money that you donated for me. Ndi Avid, donate money and give to Avid. He was able to mention different names in the court, but he refused to call out Simon Ekpa as a result of connections Aloy Ejimako did, because Aloy was the connector between Simon Ekpa to Nnamdi Kanu. When Simon Ekpa then fell out with Aloy, Simon Ekpa even released that he gave Aloy Ejimako some money, about $20,000, to give to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Simon also, there is a text Simon released, the text between him and Aloy Ejimako. Aloy said to him in that text, it was Simon that exposed this. When he fell out with Aloy, Simon said, if I may suggest, you can simply do a tweet along this line. This is Aloy now talking to Simon. Notice, after due considerations and consultations with Onye Ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through trusted and secure channels, a firm decision has been made that the proposed 2-week sit-at-home is hereby suspended until further notice. No questions asked. It is an order from above. This is, initially they were supporting Egberima's sit-at-home, but due to Egberima wanted, as an agent he started to go overboard. This is when he put out 2 weeks sit-at-home. Aloy Ejimako then started to beg him on the ground, please, this sit-at-home is out of hand now. It's too much. 2 weeks is too much. He was begging Simon Ekpa here, and he was a kind of directing Simon on how he can make his tweet to say that that 2 weeks sit-at-home he ordered is now cancelled. So this is when he texted Simon and suggested for him what he can tweet in cancellation to that sit-at-home. Then Simon responded and said to him, I will address this, no worries. Can I have this well typed out? Imana Simon, so he now asks Aloy, please, can you type this out for me? When you type it, send it to me so that I can carry it like that and post. This is Olohan Eliani underground. We were busy disassociating Nnamdi Kanu from Simon, from IPOB. We didn't know that a criminal lawyer working for Nnamdi Kanu is working with the criminal himself. With the criminal himself. I mean the written instruction. Then, Aloy now responded to Simon and said, okay, their plot, that is the IPOB plot, the DOS plot, Aloy now speaking, okay, their plot, as you know, for so long now, is to put you on collision captures with Onye Ndu. he has so far frustrated them from this angle. So Allah is now telling Simon that Nnamdi Kanu has frustrated the DOS. And in reality, what Allah is saying here is nothing but the truth. Because every effort of the DOS to save Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are frustrated by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself. Efforts through the initial sit-at-home order by the DOS, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu frustrated it. Even when the DOS devised another way, which is by using that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not well, he's sick. All of us, we are carrying it around. He's sick. He has an ulcer. He needs surgery. He has ear problem. We are publicizing it. Before we know, we saw Kanonta releasing a press release to the national newspapers that they don't know what we are talking about. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is hell and hearty. So Allah said to Simon, because he's now begging Simon that this sit-at-home is now too much. Please control it. Their plot, as you know, for so long now, is to put you on collision captures with Onyendu. He has so far frustrated them from his angle. You should do likewise. If DOS disobeys him, he doesn't expect you to do like them. This is the way they were setting work for Simon Ekpa. So it is no longer a secret that the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu supported atrocities, killings, criminalities of Simon Ekpa. They even come out on a national television to broadcast it, to say that there is no difference from what Simon Ekpa was doing, that Simon Ekpa is working for Nnamdi Kanu, that the disciples of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the disciples of Simon Ekpa are the same, linking IPOB together to Simon Ekpa. This is a serious fight, something that we've already dealt with, buried. But because these criminals we associated to Nnamdi Kanu, they keep on raising the dust that Simon Ekpa is IPOB member, that he works for Nnamdi Kanu, that he works for IPOB, which in reality never such happened. I remember some years back, I think he was the national coordinator of Finland, or one of the members of IPOB in Finland, that granted an interview and explained how Simon Ekpa has never become an IPOB member, even for one day. I remember he said that Simon Ekpa came for IPOB meeting at one time, and he was presented with an IPOB oath to take. And when Simon read the oath, he stated that he cannot take oath with the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is how the issue ended. He never belonged to IPOB, even for one day. What would have made it one day membership did not happen. Because had it been he took an oath that very day, and maybe the next day he denied or said he's no longer being binded or still being a member, but he never took an oath. He left the meeting and he never attended IPOB meeting for any other day. So any lawyer or anybody that belongs to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no power and authority. What they have done is they have trespassed. This is exactly what these lawyers have done. We saw it again in this Maxwell. This interview, I think either it happened yesterday, is a recent interview where Maxwell Okpara made the same thing. You cannot tell me this is not deliberate. You cannot tell me this is not deliberate. Listen to him again.
No, Simon Ekpa is... He was never in support of Simon Ekpa, that's what you're trying. No, Simon Ekpa is one of members of the IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was never in support of... Why should you now? Why should you? Because he contributed in one of the things that kept him there. Because one, when you say that you are fighting for Biafra, why should we allow the people that you say that you are fighting for to be killed? I don't know. Does it make sense?
Whatever thing he's saying after is rubbish, because he's already laid the wrong foundation here, and that wrong foundation is stating that Simon Ekpa is an IPOB member, which is wrong. And this is one of the mistakes you make when you lack authority to represent or to speak on behalf of a group. The most annoying thing is that because they are attached to Nnamdi Kanu, and they think they can use that opportunity to come in the public, or even in the secret, whether in the public or in the secret, they have no right to discuss, to talk about IPOB, because IPOB did not engage them. Who engaged them is Nnamdi Kanu. Our concern, my concern is this. If your brand, my brand, your own brand is IPOB, forget about people that are saying IPOB is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brand. IPOB belongs to the people of Biafrans. It belongs to us. Anytime your brand is being associated with somebody that killed your people, especially your people being killed, it makes it the worst, because that enmity between you and your people is what exactly these criminal lawyers are now being solidifying. Most of the problem we are having in IPOB today is as a result of failures of these lawyers. Every legal practitioner have that responsibility of representing their client, both in the court and in giving counsels to their client. That's why they call themselves counsels. I think it's a lawyer, Jimako, that answers counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he has failed to counsel him in a right direction. When Ifeanyi Ejiofor was counseling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we did not see all this problem rising today, because he counseled him well. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has already had that wrong mentality that IPOB belongs to him, that even in prison that he must lead IPOB, that even in prison that he must remove DOS or whoever that he wants to. He has had this mentality that IPOB money belongs to him. That thing is already in him. It's not like that something went wrong. No, this is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the reality of him that has been there. When Ifeanyi Ejiofor was managing him, Ifeanyi Ejiofor was able to counsel him rightly. Some of you do not understand or even know the messages that went on the ground between which Ifeanyi Ejiofor facilitated when he was there. At an occasion, he was mandated by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out and make some announcement that DOS are dissolved. Ifeanyi counseled him, because that is his responsibility. Even if you are a mad person, Onyala, onyala, and you have a lawyer. The duty of your lawyer is to make that madness in you, is to be calming it down. Your legal counselor will not allow you to do a disastrous mistake. This is what Ifeanyi Ejiofor did when he was counseling Nnamdi Kanu. He was able to tempt him. He was able to guide him. That's why some of the mistakes we are seeing he's making today, he weren't obvious then. But he was going underground. But because he has a wise counselor, the madness was able to be tamed, to be controlled, until Ifeanyi Ejiofor was no longer there. Then he was then now surrounded with rogues, with criminals that were liaising with a criminal killing Biafrans. Aloy Ejimako facilitating deals with Simon Ekpa. Simon exposed him, and he exposed Simon Ekpa when they fell out. But when things were okay, they were exchanging numbers of governors. They were exchanging money. Simon Onasunye ego. Mankone enye Nnamdi Kanu. Hane eligbo until things fell apart. Where we are going specifically is these lawyers that are representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no authority to talk about IPOB. They are not contracted to stand in for IPOB. They are not contracted to represent IPOB. If you watch most of the public interview or announcement, all of them have made so far about IPOB has been on the wrong side. All of them. The last one our lawyer Ejiofor made somewhere, that should be last week or last 2 weeks, where he said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu single-handedly built, developed, did this and everything about IPOB. Therefore, he has the right to sack. This is a non-entity talking. Because what he is putting his mouth into is like where he is not supposed to. It's like somebody crossing lines. Somebody trespassing. What they are doing is that they are trespassing. For them to talk about IPOB, whether openly or in the secret, is a big trespass. They have no power. They have no right. This Maswell, but I will remember when he came to Europe here, in that meeting with one town, like that, where he stated DOX, my foot. All of them, I found out that they have acknowledged. They acknowledged they don't know DOX. Because you cannot talk about IPOB when you deny the knowledge of the leadership of IPOB. You cannot talk about a group you are not contracted to represent. I heard what Aloy Ejimako said in one of the interviews. I think it was this master prophet or somebody like that. Somebody like that interviewed him. Let's listen to what Aloy Ejimako said. Because even if he can claim that he doesn't know Mazi Nnamdi, good. I don't say, okay, fine, if you don't know him. You mustn't know everybody. And that is the reason why you must not talk about him. Because if you don't know the head of the Directorate of State that leads IPOB currently, then you lack authority to talk about that group. to mention their name. You cannot be talking about Nnamdi Kanu and I'll be questioning you. If I do it, man is here the mama. Because Nnamdi Kanu contracted you. He's giving you his consent, his authority to represent him, to talk about him. But when it comes to IPOB, we want you all to keep your mouth shut. Do not put yourself into anything that has to do with IPOB. Because we don't know you. And you have claimed you don't know us. Let's listen to what our lawyer Jamaica said here.
EOS. Dr. Atili, medical treatment outside of a cardiologist called Dr. Atili. I was the person in conjunction to see him firing me. They said under the hand and seal of Chike, to see him firing me. They said they have sacked me as those lawyer, and they have banned me from this lawyer. These things were all happening at the same time. I don't know them. They don't know me.
Can you hear what our lawyer Jamaica is saying here? That he has turned to a gossiper. I made a post one day to say that these lawyers are now being pushed to come and support the defeated flying monkeys. Because they declared a war they cannot stand. They declared a war they cannot stand. Now their master saw that they are losing balance. He then has to mandate his lawyers now to join in the fight. The only thing we are seeing them now engaging is fight and nothing but fight. You have heard Maswell Okpara say in Europe here, DOS my foot. Here again he said Simon Ekpa is an IPOB. It's just anything that tarnishes DOS, anything that tarnishes IPOB goes for them. The one they call can I have this guy? Somebody Joffo. Nnemeka. Nnemeka, the only thing now you see Nnemeka Joffo doing is everything about 100 men. It looks like he's the chairman of 100 men. Every errand now, every message about 100 men, he's the one championing it. That's why you will always see him talk about 100 men. Oh, nyanga wonyozi, nejozi 100 men. Everything now he says is nothing but 100 men. I saw his write-up yesterday. One thing you cannot do with us, you cannot write deceitfully and your thinker will not detect it. We saw his own account of these our comrades being held in Wawa prison. Nnemeka Ejiofor, out of animosity, he deliberately stated in his article that those people being detained and held in Wawa prison includes members of IPOB abducted in one of the former Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. I saw that as a deliberate attempt to ridicule Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. You cannot write and I wouldn't decode it. People, of course, you're thinking we are non-entities. What induces you from writing such? Because we want to ridicule Ejiofor. You want to tell people that the people being held at Wawa includes people arrested from his compound. You want to tell people that he couldn't save people arrested from his compound. How did you know that those held in Wawa included people abducted from his house? If not, you are deliberately championing a fight, a war. against him. Because no one day Edunyelono to go and fight. Destroy Ejiofor. Destroy DOS. Implicate IPOB. Oh, good. These are the 3 fights. For so long. And unfortunately, I don't even know how many Biafrans you have ever released from prison. Apart from Idara Gold. Apart from Idara Gold, who else have you ever released? Who else? All of them, we are busy running around Nnamdi Kanu. How many of them? You have Aloye Jimakode. You have this in Nemeka. You have Maxwell. You have Nkesiyawo Mandela. You have Nkesiyawo Patrick. And a lot. We don't even know whom they are. More than 5 of you going around about a man. For one day, we have not seen any of you stand tall in the court to object, to argue his case. Just see now all your contracts now on how to implicate IPOB, on how to destroy DOS, on how to tell us that IPOB belongs to Nnamdi Kanu. Therefore, every money coming out from IPOB should go to Nnamdi Kanu. You, even you, Nnamdi Ejiofor, you are talking about comrades in Wawa Barrack. Meanwhile, you are aware that IPOB money is being seized by Nnamdi Kanu. True, Nnenayanya. Have you ever thought, according to you, you say that you are broken, that our people are being held in Wawa. Have you ever thought, why did only one man, all of you are running around, why did he seize money that should have been channeled as a welfare to some of these guys in prison? The lawyers going for this comrades, are you not going to give them transport money? Because it can't be only a Ejiofor. There are people working under him. You cannot be sending them from one prison to another without giving them ego transport. Without paying them. Because this is where they live from. This is where they earn from. That is why when I see some of these flying monkeys, how they were on Facebook, now online, when they are talking, it's so annoying. Some of them will tell you, why is IPOB not giving all the money to Nnamdi Kanu? Every money people are contributing should be going to Nnamdi Kanu, as if he's the only one in prison. I have said it before, Nnamdi Kanu is far better than most, all these our comrades in different prisons. Nnamdi Kanu enjoys where he is. Enjoyment in quotes. That he's able to exercise some rights there, which comrades in different prisons do not have, as a result of his personality. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had ordinary food, special food. Last time we had Nonsonkwa telling you that Nnamdi Kanu spends over 20 million naira monthly in that prison. Even if he's a governor of a state, even if he's a governor, that statement from Nonsonkwa, don't think is a speculation. Nonsonkwa is in direct communication with Maxwell Okpara. So Maxwell Okpara gives him information what is going around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when Nonsonkwa tells you that Nnamdi spends not less than 20 million monthly in the prison, believe it, it is nothing but the truth. He even tells you that Nandi Yoruba, and Fulani not there, that wants to marry more wives. Some of them that had only 1 and 2 wives. Ima Hana like wine. That if they want to marry up to 5, that Nnamdi Kanu is now helping them to get more wives for them. You know, when people say certain things, they thought they are building someone's image. They wouldn't know they are destroying. Tell me, how can a freedom fighter be spending 20 million naira in the prison when other comrades are languishing in different prisons? You are living like a king in a prison where you are. You are being worshipped. And efege because you know everybody not there in ni. You na anuku ha manwanyi. You gana enyeku ha mego ha je ese igbo. So you are the king in that prison. Living like a king. But other comrades in different prison. And whereege go ha indomie. Come on, you go ha egg. Indomie, hana helimun indomie that place. Hangugo mineral, hafugo mineral, heligezi boteni. Talk of mineral. And this is, you still see your e-rats, flying monkeys. Ne mechisi madantana online. That we should give channel on money. Where will IPOB be getting this money to sponsor such a lavish lifestyle? I can ekunke lavish outside. When he was outside, we have not recovered from that. Now can make more push for more lavish lifestyle, even in the prison. When other ones dying, languishing, have not been given penny. Talk of their families. Talk of their families. So, in this very video I was playing, because Nelson Diana now, according to Aloy Ejimako, in this interview here, he told them, keep on inviting me. I have more things to be saying. More things to be saying about DOS. More things to be saying about IPOB. Because no, this is what they have been mandated now. See, destroy IPOB. See, associate IPOB with criminality, with Simon Ekman. See, destroy DOS. According to Aloy Ejimako, that Mazi Nnamdi released a memo saying that Aloy Ejimako has been sacked. This is a man gossiping here. Because as far as I know, I have never seen such a memo from Mazi Nnamdi that Aloy Ejimako has been sacked. How do we sack whom we have not employed? IPOB has never contracted Aloy Ejimako. It is Kanus that contracted Aloy. Aloy work and represent the Kanus and not IPOB. But he came in an interview here in order to dent the HOD. He said that HOD released a memo that Aloy Ejimako, is sacked. Why did you not show this memo? Because as far as I know, such memo does not or did not exist. Because it's not supposed to. Because in the first place, you were not hired for IPOB. And again, we're on Meko. We have nothing to do with Aloy Ejimako, with Maswell, but all of them. The only lawyer we have is Ifeanyi Ejiofor. He stands for IPOB. He represents IPOB. That is why we have full trust on him. That anywhere he goes, because he understands us. He has our mandate. He has the authority to speak on our behalf. He's been counseling. He's been guiding. not only going for countries in prison, and he does his job well. Because being a professional lawyer, he knows what we shouldn't engage in. So when they provide the counsels to the leadership, do not go there. Do not do this. It will be a violation of the law with social consequences. This is how you know a good legal representative. Unlike the ones that surrendered, just anything goes. Anything goes. Edunya, go and do this. Straight away. 100-man committee. It looks like you're even tired of this 100 men, because for a while now, I haven't heard you talk about 100 men. You know, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even sends them on this errand, he's so not able to make like open official declaration. He told them that his DOS are X. He doesn't work with them. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew he has no right and power to make such officially. That is why many a times I would ridicule these flying monkeys and tell them, yes, you guys are calling X DOS. Can we see the official statement from Nnamdi Kanu? Because he knew he cannot go there. So, Aloye Ejimako, you said you don't know Mazi Edoziem. If you don't know Mazi Edoziem, how dang do you talk about IPOB? Because he's the head of Directorate of State. It's okay to say you don't know this person, fine. But it is expected of you not to talk about that group. Because you don't know them. They don't know you. We don't regard you as our lawyer because you are not. Yes, you represent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We do not dispute that. We do not deny that. But not IPOB. Let's continue to listen to the gossiper. Gossiper
wrote a letter under the hand and seal of Chike Dosiem firing me. They said they have sacked me as Oyendo's lawyer and they have banned me from this lawyer. These things were all happening at the same time. I don't know them. They don't know me. How can you sack somebody you did not hire? That's why when I responded, I said, I told the media that one Chike Dosiem wrote a letter. That, they don't understand English. They are mere words picking up and saying that I have insulted Chike Dosiem. He's a one Chike Dosiem now because I don't know him.
Okay, look, there are certain statements I don't fault. If you claim you don't know a person, that's fine. It's okay not to know a person. Of course, you can't know everybody. But if you don't know a person, you shouldn't know the group he leads. Whether you want it or not, as far as IPOB is concerned, now, the leadership is DOS. Rich Mazi Edoziem is the head. Fine enough if you don't know Chike Edoziem, Mazi Edoziem. Fine enough. But we expect you not to know IPOB. If you don't know the man sitting at the head of the structure of an organization, you are not expected to trespass. Don't talk about that group. Don't talk about them because you don't know them. You said you don't know Mazi Edoziem, fine. And you don't know IPOB, good and fine enough. We would like you to stick to Nnamdi Kanu, whom you know. Talk about him. You have that right. Talk about him in your press conferences. in your interviews and not IPOB? Because everything all of you has done in different TV interviews, everything, anytime you talk about IPOB, you guys are provocating and implicating IPOB. That is why I am now suspecting it is deliberate. It is deliberate. A criminal we battled. And fiercely. We went to Finland on a protest. We rode to finish police in disassociating the struggle. These are the efforts you criminal lawyers are now wants to jeopardize. We now see you as sent demons. Sent demons to criminalize IPOB. To destroy IPOB. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sentenced should not be the reason why IPOB should go down. You're talking about just being in the prison. Yes, I know. I acknowledge it's a sacrifice. People have died. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 1,000 better, far better than these guys. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dey request in prison. Special food. Any day pizza golia. They prepare pizza for him. And not only him, they prepare pizza for all the prisoners there. That is why when you hear he spends 20 million naira, don't doubt it. And this is what he expects IPOB to be funding. When we have our own blood in different prisons, na language. Personally, Muma, enwelem heart for this our comrade. That is why when this news yesterday or day before yesterday, the thing hot so all throughout that day, I felt so bad. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. We have all these needs unmet. But a man somewhere is talking about more money. More money on top of the one he's already seizing. And some stupid ones outside their name Madante channel all contributions to him. IPOB belongs to him. IPOB is his brand Nnamdi Kanu. People will be making statements without understanding the meaning or the implications of what they are talking about. You're not understanding what they are talking about. If there is a trace of Simon Ekpa's criminalities to IPOB, IPOB Finland cannot be operating. But thankfully, we dotted all the T's. We dotted all the I's. We disassociated. We diligently disassociated IPOB from the criminal. That is why in Finland, it has no scratch on us. It has no scratch. All the 3 or 4 people they arrested Ekberima with are all his criminal members in Finland. There is no IPOB member arrested along with him. It's all his criminal elements. Anytime you think that all the countries where IPOB operates, you think they don't know who leads IPOB in that group, you make a mistake. In UK here, we have had some people that claim to be IPOB on the autopilot, in order for them to get paper. They forged the UK national signature. They took it to the court. UK Home Office knew IPOB official letterhead. They knew IPOB national coordinator signature. Anytime you present to them anything that is not authentic, they know. That is why IPOB remains outstanding in all the countries. Because we are straight. We are genuine. And that is why we get so mad on any human being that tries to implicate us with criminals. And this is exactly the kind of treatment we are now giving to these lawyers. What we are doing, we are sending warnings to them. Our lawyer Jimakon has stated here, he does not know us. Good. Fine enough. He doesn't know Mazi Nnamdi. Good and fine enough. Okay, therefore, we want you to retrieve yourself from talking about IPOB. Because you don't know us. We don't know you. You even claim, we cannot claim that we have sacked you. Which actually, such never happened. Mazi Nnamdi never released any memo that you are sacked. Because we cannot sack whom we have not hired. I didn't again anything to, and we don't have anything to do with you. Who chose you is Nnamdi Kanu. You represent him. Oh, you can be representing a Kanu as well. That is the Kanus you represent, and not IPOB. As such, we do not expect you to meddle in, to talk about IPOB anywhere. Because anytime I need you to talk about IPOB, Imana, I need to do na trouser, corner pants, whatever. No man lives to watch his or her name being associated with criminals. In different countries, in developed world, nobody plays with his or her name. You see your name, your full name. Your full name is as sacred as anything. Anytime your name is jeopardized, you are in trouble. That is why some people can never give anybody their passport to work with. Because it's everything about you. Anytime whoever that you give your passport commits anything, it goes down on your name. Because there is a database. Also, where you are working. For some work that requires criminal records bureau checks, once you commit any criminality, it's down on your name. Next time they want to run criminal check on you, it springs up and it prohibits you from getting that job. That is why names, identities are sacred. And that is why we are protecting IPOB. It is our brand. Of course, no man plays with his or her brand. Anytime you want to dent my brand, I will come squarely against you because you want to destroy me. I work with a registration PIN number here. I don't joke with it because it's my past, it's my present, and it's my future. I feed from it. I don't joke with it. Anything that would jeopardize it, when I shun that thing like I'm shunning Guinea, you know, because my life depends on it. That's where I am from. That's where I live from. I protect it jealously. Had we did not protect IPOB from the criminalities of Simon Ekpa, and all the criminal elements. And IPOB is banned in diaspora, in internationals. That is our end. We are gone. We are gone. Anytime as an IPOB is banned in UK, in Wero, no matter how brave you are, because ganga, you don't want to go to prison. Even if you want to act underneath, but there wouldn't be any gathering anymore. This 30th May we just celebrated, there wouldn't have been anything like that. Operations ceases. How do we then continue with Biafra restoration quest if our name goes down? IPOB is a sacred name. Did anybody call me? I saw like a missed call. IPOB is a sacred name that we are protecting, that we are guiding, we are shielding with every strength, with every power. So what we are doing is that we are sending warning. We don't want to continue to talk about these lawyers because Nanya don't know. Thank God you guys has come from your mouth. You said you don't know us. Aloye Ejimako. Let me play it again. It's quite very interesting. He doesn't know us. Good. You don't know us. Because since you don't know us, don't talk about us anywhere. Anywhere you talk about us and you jidegin akmamu. The money in a choke.
Wrote a letter under the hand and seal of Chike Dosiem firing me. They say they have sacked me as Oyendo's lawyer and they have banned me from this lawyer. These things were all happening at the same time. I don't know them. They don't know me. How can you sack somebody you did not hire? That's why when I responded, I said, I told the media that one Chike Dosiem wrote a letter. That, they don't understand English. There are media words speaking up and saying I have insulted Chike Dosiem. He's a one Chike Dosiem man because I don't know him. But if I knew him, I would say one Chike Dosiem. But I don't know who.
Good. So, henceforth, Aloye Ejimako, Maswell Okpara, Nnemeka Ejiofo, Mankewo Mandela. What he stands for. Mankesi ya Patrick. Oh, he's not Patrick Ikemo. Amaghebe si chịkọta ndị ala niile a wee wuchie Nnamdi. Yoko wee wele surround Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Na legal field, ha pass mu anything. In cancelling him, te munata ya, ihe ahụ na-achaju ya isi. That when he feels that he owns IPOB, nobody was doing that work of Barisifanye Jofo to explain to him, nah, this thing belongs to the people, it's not your property. I want all the money. They should give me all the money, it belongs to me. He will cancel him, nah, this is people's money, not your money. Nobody now cancels Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why he keeps on making, now double from one mistake to another. Because no rogues, ndoshi, surround here now. That is why you send the message for say I'm going to go and tell them 100 men. Chineke gozie hi, you guys are working so hard. He will they make the announcement. He will tell Aloye Ejimako, go and tell them that I don't know Chike Dosiem. I don't know them. Go and gossip. This is all they do. We want you people to concentrate on the man you represent. Talk about him. Grant interviews about him. You can give whatever updates you have about him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot send you on a message for IPOB. Because your boundaries only starts and ends with him, not with IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not own IPOB. IPOB is an organization standing on its own with structure. Well laid down, well respected structure that nobody can tamper at any time. Anytime he sends you on a errand about IPOB, you have no power. You lack the authority to talk about IPOB, to represent IPOB. That is why you see us continue to confront you. Makachuku, anytime I confront you with the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, I am the one making the mistake. Because you've messed him up. So far, he is consenting to your continuous messing up of him. You can go on with that. But what we will not do is to allow you mess up with IPOB. You cannot associate IPOB with criminals. It's a no-go area. It's out of boundary. You lack the power. You lack the authority to talk about IPOB. Anytime Anyi talk about IPOB, we will not spare you. The fight continues. Respect your boundary. Do not cross your boundary. Do not trespass. Aloye Jimako. You have said it, stated it. You don't know us. We don't know you. Well accepted. And we would like you to stay put on the side that know you. Do not take anything that has to do with IPOB or talk about IPOB on any interview. Anytime you guys do, you continue to see fight. Continue to see fight from us. Because we will not allow you to trample on our brand. IPOB is our brand. It belongs to us. The way I protect my PIN number, my registration number, is the way I will protect the name of IPOB. Because anytime IPOB is being hunted down, I am in trouble as well. My face is outside. I use my name to operate. That's why I will not allow you to jeopardize me. You cannot jeopardize our brand, our name. Stick around the man that hired you. We consented to the hiring of quacks, idiots. By Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let him continue and remains with you. Maintain that boundary. Keep representing him. Keep speaking for him and not for IPOB. Because you do not represent IPOB. That is the message this afternoon. The worst, Maswell Okpara, in that interview, accepted and agreed that Simon Ekpa put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in trouble. We remember one of the bishop of Oje River in Enugu State, that visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto. When he came out, he stated that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him that some of the things used in sentencing him is as a result of the atrocities, criminalities committed by Simon Ekpa. I'm sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is reflecting in everything that happened, which his lawyers facilitated. the communications and I communicate. This is a man that was in DSS in a gagged area. Whatever communication is being monitored. And then we tell Ozi Simon Ekpa. Nah, Simon Ekpa onye kwere gi $20,000. Hey, Simon Ekpa said, don't worry. We will continue to destroy people. No, everybody must sit at home for 2 weeks. If they refuse, we'll keep on killing them. And now monitor the communication. In a Wangoli, you have a disciple standing in for you. Without knowing all these things, we are taped. And they were used against you. And you see Maswell, but you see these guys do not reason. Maswell, but if you can still say in this interview that Simon Ekpa criminality implicated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how then did you start this statement by saying that Simon is an IPOB member? Even Simon, sorry, you guys are behaving like agents. Honestly, if you knew,
to defend them, not to do anything that will harm them.
Let's start it from the beginning.
He was never in support of Simon, but that's what you're trying to do.
Maswell,
is one of members of the IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was never in support of. Why should you now? Why should you? Because he contributed in one of the things that kept him there. Because one, when you say that you are fighting for Biafra, why should you allow the people that you say that you are fighting for to be killed? I don't know. Does it make sense? Because we are expected to defend them, not to do anything that will harm them, not to do anything that will cause trouble. The trouble is not a war. He said we have done it before, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been saying it. It's diplomatic mobilization, referendum. That's what we should be talking about. He has been going around telling people. Oh, sorry, I have some missed call. I have some missed call here. Do you know? You see, this is why I call these guys quack lawyers. You guys are not intelligent. You guys are not tactical. This is why you keep on failing. In this interview, you are trying to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is against criminality, is against criminalities of Simon Ekpa. But already your first statement is already implicated both Nnamdi Kanu as well and IPOB. By first of all starting your statement by saying that Ekberima is an IPOB member. This is Ekberima, IPOB disowned, disassociate. Not that we disown him, because before you disown a person, you must have owned him before. We never owned this idiot, the idiots. We disassociated because we had no contact, we had no relationship with him. So you cannot make up what you've already jeopardized. You are trying to make an argument that Simon's criminalities were condemned by Nnamdi Kanu, but you've already implicated him that he worked on Nnamdi Kanu and he was an IPOB member, which didn't happen. And that is why I need you, because if you guys are paid agents, stay away from IPOB. You guys have the right. You can talk about Simon Ekpa belonging to Nnamdi Kanu. You can talk about Simon Ekpa working for Nnamdi Kanu, because your boundaries ends with Nnamdi. It starts and ends with him. We do not want to hear you talk about IPOB. This is your client. Kwenu Makia, don't bring in IPOB. You have already said DOS, my foot. A lawyer Jimako said he doesn't know DOS. He doesn't know Mazi Nnamdi. He doesn't know IPOB members. He doesn't even know IPOB media. Well accepted. Don't know us. And never you talk about us. Never you talk about IPOB. This is a simple argument. Somebody, about how many calls did I miss here? Okay, let me call this person. If you call me before, sorry, you can call back. Hello, okay, Simon. Ndewo, welcome to the program.
Yeah, so what I want to contribute.
Go answer.
you see, I am of the opinion that DOS should stop sending money to the killer of our people, which is Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu killed our people. We should not shy away from it. So DOS should stop sending money to him. And the DOS should come out openly and tell our people all the things Nnamdi Kanu have been doing to our people. All the things he did with Simon Eba. Because today, we see today that he has, Nnamdi Kanu, a man facing death penalty in court, is still busy posting the names of his 100-men new DOS. So this man really wants to destroy anything called IPOB. DOS or IPOB should stop everything that has to do with this man, this killer. Because if we are supporting him, if we are still calling him our Onyendu, then which is, we are indirectly being an accomplice to his crimes. So I am of the opinion that he will be expelled from IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu should be expelled from IPOB. I no longer call him my leader. I'm ashamed to call him my leader, even in the presence of my family, my children. They laugh at me now when I talk anything about Nnamdi Kanu, because they know the children can see what is going on. So Nnamdi Kanu should be expelled from IPOB. That's my own opinion. Thank you, Wada.
Ndewo. I'm very open and direct. That's me. My thoughts about this. I thought as you. There's no need of giving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu money. Because on the DOS, I am not only this our comrade. Many people have been voicing this. And my own reason, my own personal reason is this. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can seize hundreds of thousands belonging to IPOB, kedi ha ka na-enyeli ego for? Una na-enye ego ji anọlụ ndị Fulani ụmụ nwanyị. Una na-enye ego eji egoro ndị Fulani nọ na prison Igbo. Igbo a na-ese that place. Why are we giving him money when he is living lavishly na prison? Oneke enyere our comrades nọ in different prisons. Ndị anụ na anwụ na awa. How much have you given to them? How much can you nyegoro ha? For the fact na Okala Nnamdi Obi will seize our money, ego eji operate, ego eji services of the struggle. Go sit it on. They live lavishly. Why are we still giving him money? And this is the money he is telling millipedes working for him that money is chicken change. We saw Nkewoli Egomanyajad always ridiculing the leadership with the amounts being given to Nnamdi Kanu. That Nnamdi Kanu say he doesn't touch the money. Even the DOS member that went to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu challenged him over that money. And that is nothing. It's chicken change. When other prisoners come resign, consider this. I'm not unique. Mazi Nnamdi is a good man. Man, certain decisions you close your eyes and take decisions. Anyway, I wouldn't tell you what to do, but me personally, I thought in that direction. Let me pick. Sorry, Kwano, because all these calls. Hello, because I will take all the calls. Let's let's do it line by line. Okay, comrade, you are in. You can speak now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome.
Well, yeah, you can see this morning now. Do you see what is here and morning here in Canada? But can you see what is circulating online? Nnamdi Kanu have dissolved DOS.
You mean, Ulie? Let's bring it up.
It's in Sahara Reporter, Vanguard, Biafra, all the social media.
You mean, Ulie?
I don't know what. Yes, every newspaper in Nigeria, everywhere.
I
wake up. This is morning from my side in Canada here. So I wake up this morning. Everything is online. People are dragging. So this DOS, please, DOS have a stand. Nnamdi Kanu is not a little guy. Nnamdi Kanu know what he's doing. He want to dissolve them, put them in problem. Them have to stand like man. When you are fighting a criminal. You have to stand strong. This is not play. We are just playing. I'm telling you the truth. Nnamdi Kanu with the so many things. He's a criminal. So this is you people are threatening him, calling him leader. The lion man have saying, call this man else. This man is fighting serious. The man have won.
That Excel. I wanna because when you finish, send the good room that is Omel about it.
It's everywhere on the social media.
You mean yes?
He's carrying it. They have dissolved. He have dissolved. Even he have named the names. He have named all the names. All the rest, the whole world. They can't have named the names. The American, the Canadian of state nice. Something Chris something.
You mean Ulie?
Yes, all the names is there.
Hey!
They have formed the whole world. Let me tell you the truth.
I thought one we eba asika anyị ga-apụtazi because aka jugodoro ajụrụ ebe asika anyị ga-apụtazi okwu.
That's what I'm saying. We have to be strong to fight a criminal. Nnamdi Kanu is not a small baby. He's a big criminal. He's a big criminal. You have to fight. DOS now just doing. DOS are not talking. They are just good. He tell them. Nnamdi Kanu talk after the news. He said what remains is to recover the radio Biafra. See, we recover it soon. This is what he said for the statement. It's not people. I see people are talking like. Forget this lawyer. It's not lawyer talking. It's Nnamdi Kanu is talking. You people are focusing because his strategies. He's using strategies for you guys. He's using strategies for us. You people are calling lawyer, not lawyers. Tell Nnamdi Kanu say the thing is coming from Nnamdi Kanu because when you focus on the lawyer, the other people. And people will not understand. They will think, say, this is a lawyer saying, not Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is working on the ground. He's calling people. Nnamdi Kanu have recruited a lot of people with our money. Nnamdi Kanu now have DOS all over the world. I'm not lying for you. All is on the ground. Nnamdi Kanu is calling them every day. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting to destroy the US and come out. But you don't know this is the end of Nnamdi Kanu with idea. Let Biafrans, every good person that is looking for Biafra, don't pray for Nnamdi Kanu to come out. Nnamdi Kanu is ready to destroy. He's coming to fight. Let the Igbos will fight with Nnamdi Kanu. I'm telling you true. It's true. Nnamdi Kanu have made a mind. It's evil. All your brothers now have run. Only his sister in Nigeria. A man have run. This is the plan. All of them are going. So Nnamdi Kanu is ready to destroy Igbo land. So you people, as we're talking, we're just playing. Government, you know this is. The people know Nnamdi Kanu is want to fight. He's fighting the last fight. He want to die. He wants everybody to sink with him. So DOS have to stand like men who want to fight. Who is ready? When it's threatening you, it's threatening them back. If you want to kill us, he's telling people, I will kill you, I will burn your house. We burn in our house too. It's a woman thing. So everybody have to stand up. Nnamdi Kanu is ready to destroy. So you people stop calling leader this one again. Nnamdi Kanu is a big criminal. He's a fraudster. The family all is fraudster. So Kalantana, they are paying the media, everything. Go to media, the Nigerian media, all calling it. It's a big fight. We are fighting this morning in the media war now. It's rather the port, even Ibera newspaper, all have carried it. Nnamdi Kanu have dissolved dissolve DOS, he named the names of the people.
Comrade, because send me na this my WhatsApp, oh, because because Ebose, our big comrade, Ebose, because call me on the number I put, the number you called me is the number I'm using to do this live. So call me on the number I placed on the, I placed together with the title of this broadcast. Or call me on that number. Oh, there are other calls. Don't worry, I will call everybody that called me. But please make it as brief as you can. Yeah, let's get the letters now. Can you find a actual DOS? Hello, good evening or good afternoon. Welcome to the program.
Yes, my sister, enough is enough. We have taken enough from this so-called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because even the Mazi is removed.
Mba. This news na-ekwukita. Ọwụrụ ha na eziokwu ma na o declare go.
I've seen them on many social media.
Okay.
It's not fake. It's not just.
Okay.
Enough is enough. Nnamdi Kanu is not God. I know him. I personally entered this as early as 2012 to 2013. I spend my money, spend my time going for rallies, believing everywhere in Deutschland area. That man is a criminal. Or yes, who walks that way? Or personally, we are tired of this nonsense. Let him go and sit down. With or without him, Biafra will be restored. I have now seen why people don't, like personally, let me say my own. I don't know, the kind of made me not to trust any human being again on earth. I don't trust anybody again. Even the one we are doing now, I don't trust anybody because the kind of love and respect and trust I have for that guy. If somebody had told me in my dream that Nnamdi Kanu would derail, I will give my life. I say it's not true. So let us face the fact. One is this morning, I believe with this condition of things now, with this development now, there's no one saying going to that man in Sokoto. Let him continue with his 100 men and his own DDoS. Now, secondly, my own opinion is, since this is a media something, we are going to be writing X Nnamdi Kanu.
I want to use that. I agba ya ọtọ now straight away. I didn't know mo can akpị ya na mazi bukwe that place. No man Nnamdi Kanu. Now send down me here, let me see. I'm a troublemaker. So I will not fight. I got I got patchy. I got Pia go. Send the alone that thing. Can we not go from this broadcast? I'm not working today. Can you call here?
We are going to help.
On a chuma muya ko papia ko na chu. Anu mpamunyori. Amakana na emebulu gebe like akpoge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nyano modern news, let me read it. Ishad Riyama. On Apuara. Send down to me her. Can you may analyze? He's an idiot. Send down to me her, my woman is so now, mamu. And when I've been busy, no so that can knock her off. Come, and you be not today. Tell that guy. Tell me, why you talk? You pay trousers, you pay pants. No, no recall. Can you? I'm a kind of Mazi now. Toroba walk in that place. Send down to me her. Let's start now. Can you pay go? Because send the to me here. No, na huzukuma. Trouble no tanya na since. Trouble anyi na since e kwara abia na na abia zina. Okay, kpobu onem. Ndewo brother. Okay, kpobu go now.
Check.
No, na huzuma. I'm gonna check. Let's keep getting the call. Anyị ga-visit. Anyị ga-afụno ka anyị na aka ahụ ji achụ. Ọ nọ na nga ya gabukwe da torogbo that place. Onye oshiri kpole ego anyị. Onye ori Nnamdi Kanu. Come for call. I'm gonna go to call. I need to get ihe nwa so that analyze. Isi wakaya that place. Ana ayala.
I'm actually go find and do this thing on this your WhatsApp number. This one that I'm calling.
Because you have to send it. Ta.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna let's go and see it. Trouble and chasing just no the super late. But trouble I na charge since.
Yes. According to Nnamdi Kanu, he have dissolved the third directive of the state, and we have already how do they put it? So like we have already bring new people on the fourth one.
Onye ori diki ya o ga-ebugodo ụzọ ya anya ego anya oriri. Onye only no on 10,000 pounds. Where on earth is freedom fighter being paid 10,000 pounds? I'm talking about pounds. Equivalent to 20 million naira. Who made the decision of him being on that payroll of 10,000 pounds? And not only that, he was concentrating on his salary. Every month, 20,000 and I galia. I gave the Zinakuku. Unyu recall. Biandia AI. Send me an AI. Get your new she circulates here. Nnamdi Kanu embezzled IPOB money. Oh, nyori. Oji churu wanyi ga me Ethiopia ma Kenya. Chuku pokwa yo kuda place. Ma awu ni ha ulezi oku. Okay, nweti ya hot. Ebeleka.
As far as the thing can go with
Ana ma anusa. Kuwe.
Nnamdi Kanu dissolved the third administration of the director of the state. Inaugurate the fourth administration. That is what Sahara Reporter said. And once this news is on Sahara Reporter, this is all Nnamdi Kanu send the Sahara Reporter to post it. The dissolve of IPOB or DOS is something already in Nnamdi Kanu's mind. It did not start today. During Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Nnamdi Kanu told Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor to write a letter and dissolve them. But there is something I want you people to understand. There is nothing like memo. Before dissolving any administration, there must be a memo. That is the reason why I came out, that was I think 3 months or 4 months ago, denouncing Nnamdi Kanu being my leader. I have denounced him. And the Nnamdi Kanu, they have stopped it. There is no how they are going to continue. And that some of our people don't understand. The mission they gave to Nnamdi Kanu, the task the Nigerian government gave to Nnamdi Kanu. They told him, when there's a video that I hear, and some people were calling that video AI from Bola Tinubu. That is an authentic intel. That is exactly what they told Nnamdi Kanu to do. Because Nnamdi Kanu, we are telling them that he's the one that owns IPOB. He can dissolve IPOB anytime. That is what I'm telling some of our people. You see that thing that Allah Ujumako said? That is the mindset of Nnamdi Kanu. But we should stand strong. In that way, the last one, Nnamdi Kanu is going nowhere. You see, all those men are morally. If we are morally and morally, I told you people that.
Oh, I've seen it. Okay. Oh, 50 minutes ago. They posted, Sahara Reporters posted it 50 minutes ago. Okay. Okay, my channel can go here. This is the hour. This is the hour and chasings. And you can email be like, na akpoya leader. Okay, kita se ko ba yeziri into ex leader because na anya fire gear. Kedu ndi mo AI. Menu AI kede ye send wo put no picture ya ba na ebe akwa na prison. That picture general na ebuhali. Una day IPOB sack Nnamdi Kanu as their leader. Because many can send the alone because can you circulate to be an anya sack you go that idiot.
Yes. And we see now in my air at the country we have before. We are playing shares with Nnamdi Kanu. And then Nnamdi Kanu after this is opportunity that US have now to start.
He had in a church since.
Take away. If I know church before, let me tell you something. Even before, the reason why the leaders are playing this game is because even the 2 hours death sentence, cross appeal. Even though we hear that they're sacking Nnamdi Kanu, our people begin to bring that empathy. That is why the leaders were playing game. And then Nnamdi Kanu has got to go away. For him to give Sahara report, for Sahara reporters to post this thing, Adam, this is direct from Nnamdi Kanu.
I know.
And the DOS have that opportunity. This Himalaya has the opportunity come but less. That is opportunity that the DOS will lay their hand now and sack Nnamdi Kanu completely.
Completely. Say, chua that idiot. Chua ya no dozie na Sokoto la womu wanyi. No so wanyi ko jetere. Onye si ebo si bi uwa na uwa. It's not an offense. Osi from Otonwanyi, pota osi gesuko na Otonwanyi na Otonwanyi la potali ya tinye na Sokoto. He should stay there and remain there and die there. Oga afukwa war. Makachukwu.
I have told people they should go and ask Nnamdi Kanu. That particular place because let me tell you people something. Some of them are thinking that the Nigerian government are the people that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. No. Nnamdi Kanu were kidnapped by the thugs in Kenya because of the way Nnamdi Kanu were spending money. He was kidnapped by the thugs. When he was kidnapped.
Send men AI, can you circulate? Nnamdi Kanu sacked. Ex-leader.
Very soon now.
Send Ebon Ebakwa na Sokoto. Idiots.
Very soon now.
Men different AI. Ya onke dromo mume me AI. Seven num na men different AI. Ebon Ebakwa na Sokoto anu ofia.
I can't share and then I don't know yesterday some people now every day I'm going to see call here. Nnamdi Kanu say come Nnamdi Kanu say complete come a 419.
Big time. Onyori anyị na agụrụ holy ekperima Nnamdi. Anwe ihe m agaghị emekwa that guy. Hey. Okay ma Hey.
My last broadcast that Nnamdi Kanu should face every consequences that he committed against our people. I said it on my broadcast. That he and my brother Nnamdi Kanu is my brother. I'm not calling him my brother again. Because I thought
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay. I told people that Nnamdi Kanu is a con man. Nnamdi Kanu is a 419. Nnamdi Kanu was many people. And the crime that Nnamdi Kanu committed against the great people of Biafra is the highest crime in the history of humanity. We are not talking about allocation money. We are not talking about Nnamdi Kanu occupying position in Nigerian politics. This is a man that gathered people that are workers. Some people are wheelbarrow pushers. Some people are getting a bed. Some of our brothers are doing. There is a brother, this brother were paying money, and the brother were in the prison paying money because he was thinking that everything that Nnamdi Kanu were saying was gospel. You know, I told them that what is constant in life is change. I understand the pain of Nnamdi Kanu. That is why Nnamdi Kanu came out and told me that was allow me 18 months that it's going to restore Biafra. And we are now in 15 days. Do you people know that Nnamdi Kanu really studied forward? And he said it in one of his broadcasts that he studied African people for 15 years or 25 years. I don't even know whether George was saying. I don't know when Nnamdi Kanu say, oh man, I keep on saying, they will spend 1 naira, they will give you the only shit, I will born criminal. I don't know about that, you will go to their family, this is how, this is the way they are. This is their life in that family they come from.
Oh, family of Nduohi, Obala Obala Nduohi. You know, when our people talk about Kanunta na my channel says how no Onyohi. Nnamdi Kanu is worse than Kanunta and Emma. There is nothing Kanunta and Emma has done that Nnamdi Kanu is not the one sending them. You have to go. IPOB money is Nnamdi that says it.
Yes.
Oh, she
and then when you are going to look here, I have said it from the beginning. I'm not going to since I discovered what is playing on the ground, that is when I stopped calling Kanunta name. That is when I stopped calling him Naranja. Go back to every of my broadcasts. Who I'm directing my broadcast to is Nnamdi Kanu. He is the one, he is the problem, because Nnamdi Kanu is a full-time con man. Nnamdi Kanu, I'm not going to want to a born criminal. Nnamdi Kanu, and this time around, Nnamdi Kanu. You see, this is what I've been telling people. Some people were telling you, go and form your own. The mission and the vision, the task they gave Nnamdi Kanu is to go and Nnamdi Kanu have tried different ways so that this leadership led by Mazi can be in those limits. You know, what Nnamdi Kanu were doing is for them to just get tired and say that we're not doing it again. But little did Nnamdi Kanu know, the media were supporting these people. These people have suffered for years. These people understand there's a lot of our people that have gone beyond coming back. This leadership understand that we have a lot of our brothers and sisters still today in PSS. They have not sentenced these people. They are still behind bar. So these people have made up their mind that on this quest of self-determination, they are not going to bow down. Nnamdi Kanu will sink alone. You see this leadership in Nnamdi Kanu, you will sink alone. And it is a time that people should begin to apply more effort on this cross appeal. Because there's a proof beyond reasonable doubt that Nnamdi Kanu worked to decide whatever. Spoil lives and properties of our people in Anibo. There's no lie about it. I'm telling you the truth. We have evidence.
So,
television.
Hapụzie n'okwu Aloy. I came for okwu Aloy today. I didn't know na enwere biga ihe ne Canada. So Nnamdi Kanu nọzi n'eni onwere ihe anyị na ndị lawyers na-akọ. So Nnamdi Kanu onye na-aza gị Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi jere ijela nwaanyị. Ijere ijela nwaanyị na Kenya. Ewe jide gị. Kanu Onyo Riego IPOB, you have no right to dissolve DOS. Oh, Giwa, Nnamdi Kanu, Anya Saki Gogi, ex-leader, because ne AI, Ebonya is so pants. Ebo pants, Amuya, Kenya, Hoji J. Delawani na Kenya. Send me Ebo pants with Amu Kenya, can you make a ex-leader? Onyo Nnamdi Kanu sacked. Ekperiman Nnamdi Kanu bia ọ na-ahụzi m ahụ. Ihe a na-achọ n'ukenu ka afụrụ n'ukana. Na biko Biafran child chere ka anyị nụkwanụ from ndị ọzọ ikwu one o ka anyị wetakwa ụmụ call. Na-emenụ AI kedu ụmụ m na mmadụ eme AI. Ụmụ at least 3 of them can make AI. Na melanum AI ebo yi sopant na ebe akwa with amu kenyire eken because send the alarm picture ebe ahụ na ebe akwa ka ụmụ wele megasi alum AI biko onyori you have no rights and power. Nnamdi Kanu, you have dig your own grave. Anyị ga-eme gị ife kwefuru ugunina holy niile build gị that your pilgrimage. Anyị ga-ejide kwatuo ye. Anyị ga-eji bulldozer ye down since na chọrọ ịkwanyere onwe gị ugwu. I'm a very kind woman. No respect since he broadcast. I cannot bug him Mazi. Even though he was him Mazi. Biafran child, the kid. Send the man, man, AI. Yeah, oh, good. Oh, go. And you know, church since you can get late. Eh? Oh, go. Na go see na more troublemaker. Oguna church all one now, all man in you so if not, I ga enye nwoke woto I can ga abekwa live again today makachukwu anyị ga-agwa gị na akpa amụ anyị ga-agwa gị jajaja ị chọrọ ije IPOB gwu egwu onye ori aka na-ekwu okwu ego olili. We are talking about our money you embezzled, you seized. If you are saying you dissolve Onyori, you may dissolve the DOS as if you have the power. Kewe kude woku ganyi zuru. Onyori, you did a lucky and that makachukwa kwa piago good god monga piagono in hot age. And then I put just an edin okwa and kenke. Can ye anya banyagonog? Hey! You had a chacha now, you had on. Ihe na-agụ m agụ since ka na-abịa ọwụ kịta ka ihe nke aja abịa na-abịakwa late. Anyị gata anụ ọgụ na kwube ka anyị ụlọ time kwuwe nnọọ kwuwe.
Okay. I want to say thank you very much for your good work.
Na ada ekwuziri okwu good work anyị apajego na proper fight. Work anyị nọ kịta ada ekwuziri na ezigbo mmadụ anakwana. Kindness niile has gone.
But I want you to know one thing. This information that this our brother gave to you now from Canada. I want you to understand that the leadership is a work with. Because now when you follow Chinasa this morning. Chinasa wrote something this morning.
Okay.
Of institutionalizing IPOB have made them to make a pronunciation that will sink them.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
so I wanna read the minutes from that.
Adam not busy. Let me go and bring it in. Let me bring it. Made
a statement this morning that the fear of institutionalizing IPOB, the struggle of IPOB.
Oh, I've seen it. Okay.
Made them to make a pronouncement that will sink them. So
the fear of institutionalizing the Biafra struggle leads to emergency pronouncement that Mazi Nnamdi is coming on Sunday to call this institutionalization.
I believe that this is the
Nyegodu that man nye ozigboto okporo onu ego ahụ ọnụ ahụ ji wee lie gang nke ahụ okwa nke onye ọwụna nwekwa na anwa akpọm ma ndị UK mana majority of people in UK are supporting. Ihe nke a tọgbukwenụ mo.
I never believed that this man will go to this extent. Because since I Kanu and so forth and so on, sitting on IPOB finance all over the world, and some people are saying that Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner, no power to do anything. I was like, who gives these people such authority? This is the IPOB without the consent of Nnamdi Kanu. So Nnamdi Kanu have messed up himself. And there is one thing Nnamdi Kanu is omitting, and that is that he never know that IPOB made him. And the IPOB will destroy him back. Our people have died. So many people have, give up to the ghost because of Biafra. Because died on this process. Biafran National Coordinator Ekechukwu had died. And then Nnamdi Kanu is playing a mind game with our people. is very, very disgraceful. You know, in exception, you know, of his wife, because I know that his wife is also suffering this torment as well.
In fact, let me be honest. Do you know why I don't talk much about Nnamdi? Okay, because of the wife. I don't want to offend that woman. But now they have given us the key and the door is open. I got aboli that door. That door we have honored and respected. Thinking no. Oh, recently, Kanya Manu Nyushi. We any with the ego, ne with endo. Oh, I pity people that sacrifice their lives. Mandi jele protest protest Unyoshi. Release a criminal that supported Simon Ekpa to kill our people. Nnamdi Kanu is a rogue. Oh, Nyori is a non-criminal. Is a hardened criminal. Is a hardened criminal. He doesn't have any right to sack DOS.
And his siblings, that generation, they are not worthy to live.
Oh, Balandoshi, oh, family lineage in Diori.
When Biafra come, they will be wiped out from the face of the
I got you also, even before Biafra, even before they will live to regret it. And you got why author. I got found that idiot. Oh, what they kill Nyori. And because go Kankutukwano. Sorry, Kankutukwano na who's a man. And when encourage for a wedge, na IPOB won't Nnamdi. When it comes to Tifri, Oshi, Okwejimo statement, Afunebe Kusuwe Dalego organization where swakapu. Cause he destroy women, young children. Makamu adihiyama. Oh, he cannot be. Oh. Oh, shoot, oh no, we finally. Oh, put go. Thank God, no one wakakata this ball well land there. Careful, eh? Oh, let me pick another call. Oh, DOS, kudos, you guys hold yourself. You help yourself. Because now, oh, Onyori, Nnamdi, oh, Nnamdi, Bugidero, we put an armor. So, Maka, Geji, we I got appear that idiot to go. I got aware that now he cannot play with us. Those men, because of him, and you get a request for their blood on his hand. And they atrocities that criminal committee will hunt him. Obia on Sam. Most of the time on Sam, no any kono. In a read Psalm 150, bidoni issue, okwane ekpekpere Holy Ghost is coming. Ichena ndi chien on all. Iga ha wane ekberima. Correct ekberima. Unyushi. Big time rogue. Big time criminal. Nkene wukun mi wane masa ha holy. Kwa ane so hunyo wana nga nokwa nakatakwa nokwa ebe na si holy makachuku kama ma nwa ha gola na protest. I can equal protest in Nnamdi. The last Nnamdi is gone. We have sacked Nnamdi. Daily everywhere. Ex-leader. Don't add the Mazi. Nnamdi Kanu, former ex-criminal leader of IPOB, sacked. And you throw another idiot. Dusted, sacked, and dropped into the bin. Ozubula, he led our people to their early graves. How many men have we lost? How many were in the prison? Most of these guys say, they stuck up now. Oh man, this year Bonnie. Ndi for his court case. Na Abuja then. We are hunted down by the Nigerian DSS on their way. A good Buru boss now shuffle on to the prison. Anya una criminal. Onyori. Nnamdi Kanu, Onyori, AI, Sani about whatever you suppose. Buputana at Mamoja, Lahalo Mwine. I only find out Gahemonia. I will get my kerosene. We will pour kerosene on you when you get my cheese. It walk, it got walk no what. Where could you walk where you belong? When you get the knock body, huh? On a who's the man or gunka. Okija one them or go into say tiene. He had no tanya chonuke no all and the kwana. Hey, upon all Loma, and young so. Ah! Contana batago. Woto. There was.
This year WhatsApp because I'm a European WhatsApp and they are member. Our this even our Facebook this.
Oh, nah, they talk in our WhatsApp. Hey, you met Hana can criminal ex-leader. Nnamdi Kanu, Olane Kutsu, Onyori. Waga one, can't they AI, name AI. Name one and send that to me. A bag of where a wire fear, a money or Kunya tie no. I got boy or come what? I got Onyori Hawk. Hey! Okay, I want them all. I say to que. Oh, Onyana asem take it easy. And what we had the easy. And you guy kwala na this online. Okwala.
People and another thing, I'm a Monday dress that I knew. Monday, the broadcast, the Biafra. See how people na bada man our leader there.
Ex, onya una leader, we confront that person. Is an ex sacked leader. Chuku ga akpoko. Oh, anamana nakambu ihe niye. Oh, onya ha ngon is gone. Amadim na mo kabu ndebere ihe niye na my WhatsApp. Hey. Gbalie ya ma akpa amụ ya. Amụ ahụ oji ala amụ nwaanyị na Kenya. Ewe jidie. Dalo. Let me pick other calls. Can that na akpagasim? Nah. Ebose, okay, let me call Ebose.
Hello,
Wada, because sorry, na call or the too much. Yeah, you are in now. The floor is yours. Yeah.
Now since morning, I see that news since.
I don't know now. I don't know.
I go work. So I not feel do anything. So I see that our platform, TikTok platform, and the still poster and there. When I see you dayline, now make me I join you. My sister, say when me they tell in my broker, they tell the leadership, make them spare or suspend Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Since he don't use the hand, me I not get too much stuff for this thing. See, since he don't use the hand, he don't. If you see the news, he don't make sure coordinator, the national coordinator in Germany, in Italy, in Denmark, in Norway, everywhere in America, he don't make all the national coordinator, the assistant coordinator, the DOS, the assistant DOS, it don't make them. They don't post them. If I say, what they call them, Oshowure, this thing, they don't carry them. Many bloggers, they don't the blogger now. See, our own, thank God that our own is coming on 21 this month. and to finalize.
And you get a through that idiot who will sack him first before DOS are sack
yeah, exactly. You don't tell me they talk and say make them sack and make the boomers not the Kanu.
AI. Make AI and be sending to me. Ebo you panty. I'll be making right up.
Yeah, so no need for us to be looking at him as somebody. Because
no more Mazi. No more. Not make you not put Mazi. Not make you not put Mazi again. No more respect for the idiot, for the bagger, for the criminal, for the criminal. Nnamdi Onyoshi, Nnamdi Onyeneti Bunazara Ewo Onyori. Yeah, Lucky Colin, let's sing for that idiot.
Exactly. Go teacher in everywhere. We go sing for her. We go let her know say now we do make Nigeria still do what they want to do. Make it not worry. It don't release you. He go make it wait for our own. Make it wait for our own. Okay, now thank you so much.
Yeah.
You make another person call.
Yeah, and then they will. Anyway, he knows his decision is null and void, or just Gomez way, you know. So whether the whole Nigerian media carries it or not, it doesn't make any impact as far as IPOB is. Even if the whole bloggers in Nigeria and elsewhere carries it, IPOB is a secured movement. It makes no impact as far as IPOB is concerned. Whatever thing or decision Hannah make is outside the movement. The movement stands still on the structure. And Nnamdi Kanu, before any declaration from the DOS, we the people, the indigenous people of Biafra, anya saki gogi. Many people have sacked you. I have Obiebele Ekwebuham to be Adim X leader. Iman Adim is so kind. Now you have given us the power and authority to now be officially be stating it with your picture. Ebi no nanga, ebi na me amwompu ground, amwompu floor, maybe na ebe akwa, including maybe na n'enu nwanyi, because that's all you do. That's why you want all the contributions from IPOB to be sending to you. He will na service woman mande Fulani. I had even the sister that's now cooking for him in Sokoto. They've got one young lady that's now onye nka ha na pakaziri yenni. Because him and Nigeria, they corrupt. The prison wardens are corrupt. If you give a prison warden 5,000 naira, what program and now they are pull out of there. Mazi I am praying for you. With different women. It's IPOB, you are no wonder you went swiftly. God just exposed you. Or Chukwumelege exposed. Because now your atrocity is insurmountable. God decided to intervene. So Ebahino is where you should be. No wonder I pity IPOB religious group. Ndo tu Mama Agnes. It's not like in a Bible saying Akachuku adịghị mkpụmkpụ ịnụ ekpele. His eyes are not too heavy to see, and his hands are not short that he cannot answer prayer. But the sins of Nnamdi Kanu has separated him from mercy. From mercy. So God has decided not to look unto Nnamdi. That is why those prayers were not answered. But your prayers has an effect on the struggle. That is why the struggle has been protected in the last 5 years of series of attacks. God loves this movement. God is with us. The spirit of Biafra is with us. The spirit of Biafra, people has invoked on his behalf, would have intervened. His atrocities has found him out, and it will destroy him. This move to destroy IPOB will backfire and land on his head. It will destroy him because he has now kicked his last bucket. Nnamdi Kanu has kicked his bucket, and the water is going to splash on his eyes. That respect, your atrocity, your criminality, your destruction of lives in Biafra land. We've been na Kenya. We protected you, but I got top that's the way we elevated you. Watch out, get my holy man of God. Holy man of God on Allah Hallelujah. Now kwaiko. Holy, kill you. Holy kill you. That's why God refused to have mercy. I prayed for him for God's mercy. Our own is to pray, and it's for God to answer. God refused. Oh, now I come for the reality why God refused. Because the man in question is not innocent. The man in question is not the worst. What they are saying, the whiter than white. A man or the darker than the darkest. If there can be maybe CIPU, what the gang do again? I need to take good gay. You have kicked the bucket in your Ghanaian license. Ipiage woto. Yeah, I have to because in case anyone other comrades that wants to, okay. Because if you called before, let it not be like I didn't take some calls. Because no quick all okija. Okay, man. Now, sorry, I cannot feel your missed call. You are in. The floor is yours. Can you put those or go on your rear head? Okay. In the ready. You will call on you. I'm with a ferret, Ichaka, and Jay. I'm there with a chaka, and we're me chaka. What can you go on your rear head? Yes.
Before I go on, I want to thank you because in this very struggle, we have fearless people. Not the double-minded people. We have fearless people that are ready to speak the truth. It doesn't matter how you see them. Number one, I was studying after Nnamdi Kanu is a pedophile. He's a pedophile. Why do I mean that Nnamdi Kanu?
Our people.
So much people was 15 years when she traveled to Ethiopia. So Nugget. Nugget, are you hearing me?
Yes, sorry, I'm here.
Okay. I don't know why. It's not a new thing to me. I said it yesterday on my broadcast. That Nnamdi Kanu has already appointed people in the leadership, and the Nnamdi Kanu also told them not to go outside and claim to be leadership now. Don't say you are the one in charge of this position. I was shocked to see it this very morning. To tell you that Nnamdi Kanu is on social media. He sees everything that goes on. So what I have to say is that if you think Nnamdi Kanu has already appointed you as a German national coordinator, Italian national coordinator, Nnamdi Kanu will never come outside to save you. It will not be between you and IPOB Germany or IPOB. Because Manago must say the fact, IPOB Germany is not going to for Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB Italy is not going to for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB Ireland is not going to for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB Biafra. We can count some countries, Brazil, America is not going to for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It can penetrate other people because in this very struggle, even though they see the evil of Nnamdi Kanu, they can't confront it. Right? So, but we are waiting for them. I don't have much to say. Just that Nnamdi Kanu, that Nnamdi Kanu is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Nnamdi Kanu is a man that cannot respect himself. A leader that sleeps with anything under the skirt. If you bring out Don Baby, if you ask Nnamdi Kanu is about Don Baby, all about Don Baby, to tell you how shameless is Nnamdi Kanu. No, I'm walking around the road.
Yeah, I noticed you are walking. I noticed you now.
But I'm going to be on air.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on air by 6:30. Nnamdi Kanu, if Otaga, ebe na Africa na Kenya. If Otaga na Africa na DSS, na Africa na Sokoto, Nigeria na get news. I got different women you sleep in different things. This man na Kenya. Okay, you think it's only Kenyan lady? No. They were Tanzania. They were Rwanda. Right? They were Ethiopia. Whether Nnamdi Kanu know there is something called HIV. Nnamdi Kanu, Wapambo GTS, so Wapambo GTS. The thing is that a shameless family give birth to a shameless son or a shameless daughter. According to Darlington, also the name Nnamdi Kanu on a palace, my boyfriend. So Nnamdi Kanu go and hold Darlington responsible, not me. Darlington should not he sleep with anything under the trouser. I'll put him not Darlington to me. Also, Abraham, Nago, Moroccan, Takano, and Emmanuel.
Na biko iwe ga kono ka na ma go ndo mela point.
What is
Continue.
Okay. No, what is the surname of the father of Nnamdi Kanu? The father of Nnamdi Kanu is a nobody. He's the errand boy of Ojuzo Kanu. Ojuzo Kanu is the father, a king. So we are going to ask, what happened to original king of Apati Beko? What is the fate of that man and his family? What happened to them? So tell me the family of Nnamdi Kanu, they are known as murderer. They kill for a living. That is the reason they always brag about killing people. You know, the joy of killing people. They always come up that they are going to kill you because why? It's not today. So, I'm going to for those of you who have one-time gullible mindset, you have seen it. I said it yesterday. Nnamdi Kanu is not who you think he is. Nnamdi Kanu is not that Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is worse than pastors. It's worse than Suleiman. It's worse than Adeboye. It's worse than Kumuyi. It's worse than Pastor Oyekulome. Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal that disguised to be a freedom fighter. A hardened criminal. A brainwasher. A manipulator. An agent of committing, knocking brothers and brothers head together, going behind the back, and make friends with the same person, collect money from them. Nnamdi Kanu, I know. If people don't know, Biafrans, I want to tell you today, your leader, Nnamdi Kanu, is a junkie. If you don't know it, Nnamdi Kanu can never swear that Ori cocaine. So, if you people don't know what happened to Mr. Machuku went to Ethiopia, before he got down with Nnamdi Kanu food powder. So, two of them split. And that.
Hi. Okay, Okija have is the connection here, connection problem. So, what we are saying in NS, Nnamdi Kanu has no power to dissolve DOS. So, whatever appointment he's making is a plan to destroy IPOB and hand over IPOB to the Nigerian government because all the pressure on him, the high, and we will not give him that opportunity to do so. For the sake of people we lost in this struggle, we have continued to stand with the IPOB structure, the people that knows the way. Okay, let me answer this call. You can make it brief. Oh, Chukwebuka, make it brief, please.
Okay, well I'm now. I didn't
know, and I was analyzing the lawyers.
I wanted to say, I send it to your WhatsApp line. But I just called to tell you congratulations on your new European rape. That is a judge,
Patrick Ikem has written Onye Ndu Chike Doziem. So our leader now is nobody but Mazi Chike Doziem. Nnamdi Kanu is free to roast in hell. His sins has find him out. Oga Fushege.
Ex-leader of IPOB.
Anyị ga-agba ya ọta, anyị ga-agbada criminal ọta na online. Anyị Chukwu ga-akpọ ya ọkụ. A ga-amụ ya kerosene, kpanye ya machis na onye ori, anyanye ya taya n'onu. Because ihe ọ na-agba ọsọ, he's running away from IPOB money he stole. That money, Oga hang ya n'onu. Biafrans ga-ama the truth. Biafrans ga-ama how that criminal embezzled our money.
I was reading that press, useless certain out of press release. I'm ashamed to associate in the first place with Nnamdi Kanu. Can you please let your notion Anya? You will all know. Then I go one in a dissolve the thought. People are never getting thought. So you are telling the whole world that no human being in Biafra land. I don't want to provoke. I don't need to go out of emotion. I'm just trying to be who I am, to say what I want to say. You know, on guidance statement in Gotareba and see how you continue to tell my belly. That the reason AJ dissolve happen now created the factions. Who created the factions in IPOB? That means you did it intentionally. Anyway, with the time I had digest the whole release one by one, word by word.
Okay, yeah, ndewo. Oh, Nyori, this is exactly what he has been doing. Emma, due to he presented himself as a saint. Saint Nnamdi. That is why Ojuwe Modunime na munye kerosene and mattresses na walk here and there. All those flying monkeys, all you see them doing is being backed, sponsored by Nnamdi Kanu. You remember when Jesse Ayonyuku or whoever that came out to say that Nnamdi Kanu is extending greetings to all of them, those flying monkeys. They mentioned his name. It's to tell you, and these are the ones that has been causing problem all along in IPOB. So when Nnamdi Kanu alleges that the DOS caused faction in IPOB is was caused, sponsored with money by Nnamdi Kanu and no other person. No other person. So, whatever then he think he's gonna achieve with this, how come our IPOB? Our IPOB remains with us. We are not giving up on that name because it's a name that belongs to the people. It's not a brand of Nnamdi Kanu. His brand now in Sokoto prison. That's where he belongs. And that's where Chukugama work boy. You know, I pity Ndo Twanyi Pepole Ekbelenisia. I said that I prayed. But I thank God for not answering that prayers. Emma, as a human beings will always think. And because but the God that knows all, Manan Unyaha is a criminal, is a terrorist that remains a terrorist. And because now punishment that criminal is going through is not man-made, or it is from above. People should not be dismayed. This is the handwork of God, unraveling all Chukwu Jiakaya to put things in place. To put things in place in IPOB, we have lost a lot of our people, and I pity them, especially those guys, Mandi Juruna Wawa, the guys in Abia to come and solidarize with him during those court days, including the ones na Aba. These are the sacrifices people paid. Oh, those people with them, they are the ones there's a penny because they are gone. There are no more. I didn't know that they died for a criminal. For Onyoshi, his blood is smelling. Onyoshi, God, I have never seen where God refused to answer prayers for years. Somebody like me, I can't remember what I have prayed. God has not answered me. If not in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. I didn't know. Onyaha is not marked for salvation. Onyaha is not marked for God's mercy. Or they go marked for destruction by heavens. And it will backfire on him. That's why we respect Onye ganye the license to expose him with the truth, because we do not lie. Whatever thing we speak and say about that criminal is nothing but the truth. With the ex-IPOB leader, Onyori, the criminal that embezzled our money, the criminal that led our young people to their early graves. So, I'll be rounding up this program because I hope there's no other person willing me away. Please, I hope all of you have all called. Oh, let me call. Okay, no, I think you've spoken. Yeah, I think you've spoken. Because let's if you have a special thing you need to say, I want to give space in case if we have that criminal. He has no right to dissolve DOS. Oh, yeah. That's DOS. Nnamdi Kanu has dissolved his life. Could dissolve and not DOS. IPOB. We will not allow him. Even if no matter how many we are, it's even better we have people that believe in Biafra. We have people that have not, we don't want to march along with people that came with the mentality that elevate a supremacy of a criminal. Ona has Saddam Hussein, Ona has kwatu stamp that of a Iranian leader. Ona can argue to that supremacy in Nnamdi Kanu. Why yoko? I got that criminal because the kind of Oshionya has Zulani. Nnamdi Kanu is Zulani, Oshi, the kind of Oshi Zulani is beyond the kind of theft. People people tire no more. It's beyond that. That is why in Juene Kunaga Wagota, Awogi Kerosene, Wagoko. Do we talk about young girls in IPOB you were having affairs with? A leader that exploits his members. A father that exploits his daughters. And what you for her work? No wonder God refused to have mercy upon you, despite prayers. Neno Mama Agnes, more on egg. Mama Agnes, you guys now have responsibility to pray for Mazi Chike Doziem. He's our new leader. Onyandu Chike Doziem. Onyanyamas. God has separated, removed the criminal. Debaya so bayoku. Say about the criminal oku. Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi, Onyoshi, Nnamdi, Onyoneting. Can you tell me? Let me get my pots. Let me just answer this call. Because I don't want anybody to be angry with me. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you've been talking, man. Like you don't want to answer my phone call, my sister. What's going on?
Oh, my very good friend. You keep on changing. You keep on changing. I didn't see a lot of call came in. Oh, I can just call back. Biko, thank you, sir. Thanks for calling back. And
that is me. I want him to change. That is me there. So
welcome to the program. Sorry about that. Sorry.
I was over there. Yeah, and again, what I wanted to pinpoint out now, I don't understand what you're talking about, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and on top of that, you have his picture on your profile. What's going on?
Nah, and our mother just reminded me that I still have his picture. Make sure I had this program, I will just remove the criminal.
Picture you share in that place. The one you
can. Dave, keep along. You have been the one and I saw you earlier, Bella. Big time.
I thought when you sit back and try to reflect the kind of love we have for these idiots. We have so much love and respect for this man. This man just to try and just find us. And instead have the audacity, not even power about honor, any order, not a second name. Huh? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Yeah. So another place. This one I think it's about time for the leadership to actually you need all the whole this and about the whole evidences in Kenya. You guys have to bring everything out by now, so that because this time report they don't need to lie to no Biafrans no more. They lie to any evidence against that man. I publish share to the public. Publish share my Egunda my his family. Publish everything here. Na social media, so that when people I know like it's not Yawa, but I will let Biafrans understand why we are against him. Let them understand we didn't just come up and start making up stories. There's a lots and lots of evidence against this struggle. This is not a time to even try to hold nothing. You guys should not hold nothing. Publishing here, and this motherfucker don't even know that anytime the DOS make any mention that Sidama has been sacked, that's when the Nigerian government will get rid of him. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Onyoshi Asurazi, a very foolish man. Some kind of remorse. Now this woman they make, I'm not the DOS or they making it. Yeah, cut out come on, tell you what to equip this on that place on. I need to quote any and down on that, but how the other come on, tell you see. What I can see there. What? On the IPO, I don't want to talk no more, man. I don't want to talk no more.
Yeah. So, brother, do you know what? I'm happy the way these things has played, and you know, DOS are more matured, more intelligent than Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu. That is why more than 10 years, all Millennial champion Biafra, there is no single move on the quest to restore Biafra. All he was doing was causing problem back home. And some of these our comrades that are stuck up in prisons, it is Nnamdi Kanu that sent them. Because Nnamdi Kanu, you knew you were in a safe place in UK, but you keep on making destructive program that puts people's lives in jeopardy. How many times have we had threats from Mazi Nnamdi? Does he threaten? He doesn't.
Okay, madam, with a very beautiful, intelligent wife
Yes.
and kids. I'm on that toy. Have no respect for that woman for crying out loud. You got Kenya, Suzuna, Susuari, no,
Papia na mamu ya mulo obala ndi oshi. The parents gave birth to criminals. They are criminal family.
Because I'm telling you, that man they release they can get the push immediately. Because
amụ ahụ o ji jela nwaanyị na Kenya wee jide ya. Amụ ahụ ka m ga-ewelegara aka odo mbunite aka odo m suyi ka ama ọ ga-emenata.
all these posters or whatever now corruption
he's worse than the pastors all criticizing. He's worse than pastors.
Very useless man.
He's a worse criminal.
Useless man indeed.
Worst criminal. It just a pity. I pity people that lost their lives for that criminal. That's my only remorse. Let me answer Mama. Thank you, comrade, for your contributions. Is it Mama calling? Biko, okay, let me pick Mama's call. Mama Okwa Evangelist. Mama Biko. Mama, welcome. Welcome to the program.
In fact, millions ago,
yes. Mama, better for Biafra restoration.
Wait now.
Okay, ma.
If I to pray for Biafra restoration 2015. And now a champion and bound of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So that was why AJM went. For the past 1 month, I have been sending prayer messages to him. Culture earlier. Oboni na go post send the one and the last week made mention of him specifically. Culture earlier apologize to God and Biafra and IPOB. So it is not the fault of God. Moses started the journey. And no God Popotaya. Mana along the line he misbehaved. God Wesia, come, I will show you the promised land, Manima Abia. Are you hearing?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma, I'm hearing.
Because he misbehaved, he took God for granted. Ogosia promised land, and he died there. On the mountain, nobody knew his grave. to Joshua and his team. Joshua and his team completed the job of dividing the promised land to the children of Israelites. So they don't send the warning. Mana onwe pride aquaria. And at this juncture, Ojijo me you know. The prayer continues until we get to Biafra. Until our Biafran land is restored. And Nihenerem we bido pele na 2015 bo Isaiah 62 from 1 to 7. Also now for Biafran's sake I will not hold my peace. For Biafran's sake, until that land is made a prince here on earth. Because anyone the watchmen or set it up, we give him no rest until perfect. So only chupulo we no bo asna no bo eluteria. Ojaki chupulo we no bo. I can mata. Okwifu Biafra, it must be restored by the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiama, not by man. And no one choose. So this DOS, led by Mazi Nnamdi, will fulfill the purpose of God. People are arrogant. And another man is so direct because so they allow him to talk and start talk. I send the Golumia many private messages before whether and can then they send it to open. You know? Mana Chukwu Okike Abiama mari henine. And we'll go many posts and send this morning before that news were and those messages in Sunday this morning, give me number 1 commenting at the first one on Sunday. Before I send there 2 more others. You know? Now, Chukwu Okike Abiama, that completely all started.
Yes, sir.
Irrespective of who they use. Man onye chupu onwe no bana alukwayem na ga na emi for na me. So iwu na de no ko obi no da jo akwefu Biafra ọ na abia. And ihe dia no ito all those brokers na me na ekwu na ọ na emebu. If I confirm na this their post, na far to go the first one, try the second one, try the third one. Man, I third one I may go for you. How many we had in there? It's mission impossible. Come listen there. Are you getting it? So, man, I still I want to tell you. Chukwu Abiama ga-emeri ebere mana ọ bụrụzi ka ọ bịa champion ba Biafra maka na o melugo onwe
too much. So
go ahead mana gị welata aka
oh mama yes so
because now I ain't why not expose we took 7 days fasting and prayer where I not expose from leadership to the last person. The cause of problem. Man, I have Bible of Biafran land. We prayed this prayer 3 years ago. On our corner, it is schools. And that when they can get out, that when they got Obiama na mmadụ jiji.
Yeah, Yeah.
That their fashion can you do it. You know? So I don't know monitor as well.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your contributions and your great advice. The honest truth. Yeah. Somebody like me, I have ruled Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out from my heart already, though I don't say it that much. Even if before he even make this announcement, that I've had it in mind that even if that man comes out, I'm not going to continue under him, because, and it's only one thing that made me to took that decision. What I saw with my 2 eyes, what he did on IPOB finance. Now uncheti ona agbamanya mmiri. Na ma si ona ka human being. Ona ka isi n'okwuloto zuo anyi oshi. Mama you cannot hear. Okay. Yeah, Mama, thank you. Thank you for your contributions. Yeah. So I've already cancelled that guy. And I've cancelled Nnamdi Kanu out from my heart. That no, even if you know Potagodo, not kind of with IPOB, what I would do, I will quietly step out. No, not those there by the side. No, the Chineke restore to restore Biafra. I have never had it in me that I can operate under a criminal because of what I observed, not what I heard, not what anybody told me, but what I saw he did. Biafra Onya is just an opportune criminal. An opportune criminal. People did not understand his mission because so many people took him as a saint. What was later? Thank God all these things happened. He didn't know, had it been that criminal was still out. How many people that would have gone early grave. You don't know how much he would have continued to gather to himself. Ndemadi with their good conscience will just be putting in all their sweat in the hopes that they are building struggle. They wouldn't know that they are building a criminal somewhere. A very bad blood. And all these things have been happening. It's not because it didn't happen in the last 5 years. These are the things that we are going on. I have continued to say it. This problem this guy had, this problem that led him to where he is, God allowed it. God sanctioned it. The hand of God is in it. So, it's good that God has used his hand to resolve issues in IPOB. I am not worried about people that will follow him or that will continue with him. I'm not worried because we don't need those kind of mentality. HOD is coming on Sunday to make an announcement on institutionalization. All this institutionalization we hear naturally also. Because he has been running IPOB as he's been practicing privatization as a private entity, a commodity. So, institution is among the things that is chasing the criminal. And on Sunday, it will be rolled out. We stick and continue to stand with the DOS. So, going forward, Mazi Nnamdi is IPOB leader. Ex-leader Nnamdi Kanu is sacked. Not the leadership sacking him. We are sacking Nnamdi. So Ajwa can only sack Nnamdi. Hold me. Hold us. Hold us. We have sacked the criminal that destroyed lives, that embezzled our money, that exploited underage. Okija called him pedophile. Pedophile is somebody now magumaka underage. And that's exactly what that criminal did. We don't even know how many they are. We saw the one that based in US, though that one is not under 18. These are the ladies that had the boldness to come out openly to talk about how Nnamdi Kanu exploited them. There are hundreds that are shying away from exposing him, from talking about their experiences with him. So he doesn't want being a leader. He doesn't want being a leader. He's a criminal. He's a rogue. And God has decided to destroy him. And we say Ise to that. Because that destruction was caused by him. He allowed it. And it has come to stay upon him. Here I bring this to an end. Thank you for joining me. And from here I say good night. I might be coming back tonight. Because because tomorrow I'm busy at work. So return my again. Now so we are now into real struggle, institutionalized struggle, on a serious stride to restore Biafra, not on any individualistic accumulation of wealth. So and you cannot eat a gobala and see anything good in your life. The blood people sacrifice will rise to haunt them, he said.